After such a momentous day, the quiet of the refrain is all you crave. Another letter with a blue wax seal rests under your door. As soon as you touch it, dazzling blue smoke clouds your vision. Zara. Her hands find yours with ease. You're back.
Truly, it's so nice to see you. It's been a minute. I need to stop flirting with everyone. I'm starting to feel bad about it.
Truly. She smiles warmly. How rare and wonderful it is to see her eyes full with tenderness. Tell me, what happened in Santana?
You tell her all that happened.
How odious for that wicked man to go unpunished. Could you not share his heinous action with the city guard to have him brought to justice?
Given the story he publicly spun, it'd be my word against his, and I do not have a title anymore, or his riches, so not anymore.
Do you think he'll harm his people again?
Well, not if he values his life, but also his days are numbered now, because he's on my shit list, so yep.
Well, I can't say I disagree with the sentiment.
Her words trail off. What's wrong?
Justice, as depicted outside of the courtrooms, is blind, with a scale in one hand and a sword in the other, yet seems to me she's anything but. How can I insist he be brought to justice if he'll look at her brazenly and be declared innocent on account of his lineage?
Renee wants to know every little detail and asks you more questions.
You made me feel as if I were there with you. Thank you.
Don't thank me for causing you distress. A small smile curls her lips.
I thank you for unveiling once again how callous and hypocritical I am.
What? That's harsh, don't you think?
Yet true. I wanted you to share with me wonderful news so that we could celebrate with a most exquisite treat. What would you call me if not callous? How could I expect wonderful news from such a loathsome situation?
Her abyss boils with disdain, thick and glossy like treacle. A celebration would be in poor taste, I agree, but truth be told, I could use a distraction.
You're far too kind to me.
She walks over to a column and pulls, seemingly out of nothing, a golden tray and some cups.
Behold the dried leaves that the people of Gangara brew in their traditional drink. It took me considerable effort to procure them, and quite some coin, which I now regret wasting.
I recently acquired a copy of the Journal of Schluk's, praised be the Everburning's name, greatest follower, a madman who traveled for 30 years and reached Gangara. That was the land you were interested in, yes? Doubt the manuscript would engage the provincial tastes of Keralesians, but I could be convinced to translate the relevant chapters. I look forward to your efforts. Always yours, Yedder. Use of bravos. Bodyguards, sellswords, assassins. Bravos are hired by rural lords for a variety of reasons, often with no legal leg to stand on. Paid a pretty penny for their bloodied work, however, and are known to bring good business to seamsters, taverns, and pillow houses. Bravos roam from house to house, and those that retire often serve as sword trainers if their vices do not kill them young. So mercenaries. Okay. Is that all we got? Nope. Sister. A last. Ah! Love, I want you to be happy. I am happy with you. You have so much love in your heart. I don't want you to feel guilty if you ever find... No, I promise my life to you, and it shall be yours only. Once your time comes, you'll have no choice, love. The matron lady has made that clear. You know that I'll always be with you. I'll always want you to... Someone else might take my hand, but my heart will always belong to you. I'd rather become a sister of dusk than break my vows.
That's what I'll do. To hell's with the house.
Oh no! Oh no, tragic! Oh girl!
They'll leave me not.
Rows and rows of beautiful— is that what the flower is called? Rows and rows of beautiful flowers thrive in the flooded gardens of the Rizzo's villa in Santana. Curiously enough, the flooding causes no foul smell. Mosquito population is kept in check by the patron lord himself, who dons his boots every day to wade through the garden, squashing any egg clusters he sees. Really? Fascinating. That dude didn't look like he would do any dirty work for even a second. Wild. It's not wasted if we're gonna enjoy it. The dried leaves carry a pleasant scent, rich and robust.
A drink is best enjoyed warm, like to send.
Whatever enthusiasm she held for the leaves has been shattered by her disgust. Oh, seems she needs a distraction just as much as you do. Does the drink have a name? She places a strainer over the cups and fills it with a handful of dried leaves.
Yes, it's called cha in Gungari.
Scalding water pours from her outstretched hand. You breathe in the aroma, dark and smoky. Gungara is such a faraway land that I only know its name. Recently acquired a copy of— is this what I just read? Yes. I was ahead of the curve, haha!
In truth,
On the distant horizon of her magical quarters, the flames that lick at the sky erupt in a wave of heat.
I only know a little of Gungara myself.
She dismisses the distant flames with a glare, and they slither back to the horizon.
This drink must have been enjoyed by my parents and their parents and so on for generations.
Her eyes fall on the pouch of fragrant dried leaves.
I wonder how they used to prepare it. Without magic, I reckon.
Hers is a whisper. Do you want to talk about it?
I was born here, I think. I don't remember anything about my parents. Anything at all. My first memories are in the halls. You could never tell from the way I speak and act that I'm anything but Carolesian.
From the way she speaks and acts, yes, but not from the way she dresses. Isn't your dress from Gungara?
I wish it was. It was made by the hall seamster at my request to look like a Gungari dress. She based it off of a painting.
You cherish your time with Marine and enjoy the treasure she decided to share with you. Once you're back in your room, you notice you have trouble sleeping. Does the cha have caffeine in it, perhaps? Whoops.
The truth of darkness demands no worship. All its gloomy splendor asks for is to be invited.
What of the falsehood of the goddess, then? You receive an answer, but not from the abyss.
The rays of the false sun are sharp like daggers.
Deep they burrow under stone and tears,
where lives are exchanged with a venom-filled kiss.
Oh, riddles. Oh, the bell chimes that open your eyes. What? The bell chimes that open your eyes are cheerful, like a bird song. Of course, the solstice festival begins today. Fun! Celebration of the first summer harvest. 5-day-long festival is sponsored by the Temple of the Prime. The city adorns itself with drapes to please the lady. Dances are held in every square and minstrels freely perform in the streets. Noble houses are established or reinstated only once per year during the festival, and it's customary for fresh houses to host banquets in the streets for the populace. I think I read that before, but whatever. The refresher's fine. I mean, always fun to have a party. Your breath catches for a moment. The abyss will not stop you, but it Doesn't agree with you either. Yeah, well, the Bis can suck it, okay? More bells happily chirp all around you as you dress and leave your room. The door to Ascanio's study is always closed. Occasionally hear sounds coming from beyond it or smell something harsh that makes you think of burned rock. Nothing today, however. Oh, shit. Scared me. Once you cross the gates of the guest house to emerge in the courtyard, Ascanio himself is coming from the opposite direction. His raised hand moves with the grace of a leaf in the wind, and you notice moments later the massive clay jar behind him, kept afloat by his magic. Good morning. He slides a small envelope from his bracer and hands it to you. Bears a blue seal. Marinaise. Boy, these are just littered everywhere. For you. Thank you. What's with the floaty jar? Delicate fanning of his fingers draws the jar closer. Water infused with volcanic ash came all the way from Oriani. And you need it to extract sulfur from. Together with salt, they form the base of alchemy. With the sea so close, you can imagine one is harder to procure than the other. Is that what you do in your study? It's one of the many steps required by the great work, yes. The great work. The capital G, capital W, great work. Homie, what? Are you in a cult? I guess all y'all mages are kind of in a cult, huh? Wild. He clenches his fist in the jar, touches the ground. With the final being? Scoring gold, one might say, by perfecting oneself. A smirk plays on his lips. Satisfy my curiosity. What is it that you do every day? Your mom? I read for the Temple of Dawn. But of course. What? He knows that you're lying. I'm not lying. I do that most days. Fucking doo-doo. More bells erupt and song all over the city, drowning every other sound for a moment. It begins. I heard the mages have a part to play in the festival. The Everlasting Prime is one of the hall's many contributions to the city. I'd tell you more, but I'm no minstrel, and I would not wish to spoil the surprise. Will you join the other mages for the Everlasting Prime? I would rather enjoy it from the ground, or the belfry. With you, perhaps? As soon as the words leave his lips, the smile drains from his face and his eyes widen in surprise. A widower's fear. His knuckles turn pale and the jar lifts itself from the ground, ready to follow him. I'll see you around. And just like that, he's running away. Marnie's flowy script embellishes the back of the envelope Ascanio left with you. It reads, "My friend, it would please me to be your escape from the city's upcoming drunken frenzy." Right, she won't be attending the festival. Fold the letter into your belt for safekeeping. Once she sees you approach, Silas begins to loudly hum the tune played by the bells. What song is that anyway? It's Our Lady of Glory. You'll hear it a lot in the coming days. This is your first solstice, isn't it? She's almost vibrating with excitement. As your bodyguard, I must prepare you for the 5 days ahead of you. So, number 1, if someone tries to rope you into attending a treble choir, that means there are going to be children singing, and it's always terrible. Avoid treble choirs. Got it. 2, you'll definitely want to see how Theriac is made, since it only happens during the festival. Will Nessa be there? She's not the only apothecary in the city, but yeah, probably. Wonder if the Squirt will be with her. Which reminds me, the temples pay minstrels to play in the streets during the celebration, so don't feel bad about not giving them anything. That was 3, right? You nod. 4, avoid going too deep into a crowd unless you're sure you'll like what they're watching. Leaving is very difficult when a square is packed. Silas has told you about what to do, but not much about the festival's grand event. When is the everlasting prime exactly? And what? The miracle of the Lady of the Prime Sun, fierceness of light bright enough to pierce through the night. Every year during the summer solstice, the halls replicate this miracle with their magic and summon a miniature sun in the sky above Caerleas. It's a sight to behold, one that makes the city a popular travel destination among wealthy foreigners. That does sound pretty cool. Quite exciting. I don't think we unlocked anything else recently enough. Okay. We're really filling out that codex though, heyo. It's when the Prime's fierce light casts away the darkness of the night. It's in 2 days, right in the middle of the festival. Why? Thinking of going with someone? What? Oh no. Oh no, don't say that. Lifelong bonds. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, now you've scared me and I actually want to just sit in my room by myself then. Choose carefully, you say. I'm gonna throw up a little bit. Save. Do you have to? Do we have to? Can we just like have a group hangout of friends hanging out, watching it, all friends? Of course not. You can just get to a nice spot like a balcony or a roof and just let the Lady of the Prime talk with you. What? Not like she really talks, of course, but when I do it, I'll start thinking and thanking her, and it's kind of like a prayer, but not really.
That doesn't sound bad.
Right? Ah, that reminds me. I won't be able to act as your bodyguard at night, so I trust you'll stay alive and out of trouble.
Me? Of course. When have I ever gotten into trouble, ever?
Silas gives you more recommendations about the festival before leaving. I'll still come every morning to make sure you're alive, so if you change your mind, give me a holler. Temple of Dawn is deserted, save for a couple of children playing on the stairs. Zara? Brother Mattia greets you with a smile.
Shouldn't you be celebrating?
I thought I could come to help.
During the festival, the Lady of Dawn lets all prayers go to the Prime. I'm only here to make sure nobody tries anything funny.
Someone walks in, dressed in the simple garbs of a house servant. May the Lady of Dawn light your steps.
And yours as well. What brings you here?
You've seen her before. You read a crumpled note to her about her newborn. She had to be brought to the Prime to recover.
I remember you. You're the lady that reads.
Yep, that's me.
Do you write as well? I'll leave you to it.
You approach your usual counter.
If I tell you what I want to say, will you make it sound less plain?
You take out a quill, ink pot, and a sheet of paper. I can do that. Who is this message addressed to?
Rico.
How would you normally greet him?
With a kiss, but I don't want ink on my face.
She smiles sadly. Thus you begin with, my dearest Rico.
Tell him that I lost the baby.
You dread asking her about it, but you can hardly work with what she's telling you. Do you want me to tell him about the crumpled...
No need. Tell him it was a stillbirth.
Why? Just why?
He wouldn't understand.
The abyss within her splits open, and from the gaping wound spills out the grief that she had managed to suppress until now.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You have no reason to apologize.
I thought I could outrun it. I was doing so much better, and then the city sings for the patron of mothers, which I'll never be.
You were and still are a mother. I mean, if it's what she believes in... Is it what she believes in? I mean, she's here at the temple, right? So it's what she believes in, right? But also, I'm not gonna lie to you. But also, what is this gonna sound like? How mean are we about to be if I spare her lies? Fuck it. Ripped from this world right as it came into being, the newborn soul joined the abyss. You let the woman mourn and grieve as much as she needs by offering her rags to blow her nose or a reassuring touch on the shoulder. The letter you were supposed to write lies abandoned on the counter. I should get back to it. Of course. You smile at her, silently asking for her name. Michaela. You help embellish her retelling of her fortnight with the Prime. Once the ink is dry, you roll up the paper so it appears like parchment. Here you are. Thank you. Now to find a courier. She appears exhausted, yet she clutches the letter like a treasure. Thank you again, Zara. May the Lady of Dawn protect you. She musters a smile and then waddles off to the gates. That went much better than last time. There's pride in Brother Matia's eyes. Well done. I don't imagine you'd like to help me salvage the candle stubs. You look around and spot them all over. Are they an invasive species? Indeed, they quickly spread when inattentive people leave candles burning all night. You earn some more coin by helping Matia tidy the place. Wine flows freely in the squares, and you can smell its sharp notes even from afar. The main streets are being used by dancers with frenzied feet and minstrels tuning their instruments. People come and go. Their faces stay with you for only a moment before being forgotten, until you see familiar eyes under a flashy headdress. Oh, I was wondering about you. It's one of the bravos that was working for Patron Lord Rizzo, the one that Silas dissuaded from fighting. Even in the city, his arsenal of daggers is proudly displayed on his belt. I mean, I don't want to freak you out. You looked freaked out when you appeared, but I do want to thank you. Hello there. He recognizes you too. What do you want from me? Shouldn't you be in Santana? Not after what you did, no. The patron lord decided he had no use for my services anymore. I'm sorry. We're still letting that man run free. I thought I want to kill him so fucking badly. Hey homie, do you want to fucking give me like a blueprint of that place? And like guard patrol routes, just, you know, for funsies, just a nice friendly conversation about stuff like work, you know. Why do you ask? Just making conversation. He's afraid of you. I mean, I do wish to inspire fear, but not to this guy. Want that fucking Lord Rizzo to fucking fear me, though. I'm sorry. His shoulders remain tense, his eyes hard. Enjoyed the festival. You nod to him and leave, finding no pleasure in terrorizing him. Well, yeah, that went about as well as I could have expected, I suppose. As your mind drifts to sleep, you wonder what treasures the festival will reveal to you. Dawn is announced by the chirping of all the city's bells. When you step outside the gates of the guest house, Silas is already waiting for you. Good morning! Her grin turns into a yawn. Dark circles make her eyes look tired and puffy. Did you not sleep well? Nope, but that's the usual during the festivals. Did you do anything fun yesterday? Do you remember the bravos that were working for Patron Lord Rizzo? I saw one of them around. They didn't cause any trouble, right?
No, he looked scared of me.
Can't blame him.
A string of yawns follows and Silas apologizes before rubbing her eyes. Did you sleep at all?
Only for a couple hours, but I'll be fine.
If you say so.
Today, the apothecaries are gonna make theriac and the rest. The squirt might be on the stage with Nessa. I wonder what she'll have him do. Want to join me?
Lead the way. Several people spill into the street from the squares all around. Commoners and merchants mingle together with Havinians, Anisetians, and even some Theans. Amidst the crowd, flashes of blue catch your eye. The uniform of the halls is impossible to mistake.
Thought they'd only be let out tomorrow.
Let out? Really?
It's not like they can hear me.
Are they allowed to cast magic outside the halls?
Only if it's the small kind that the misuses, I think. What am I saying? The Everlasting Prime is their doing. They get up the city walls and summon it all together. You'll get to see it tomorrow.
Different songs meld into a cacophony in the main street, cheerful despite its dissonance. The rest isn't far, but from the web of— oh my worm! From the web of alleys that surround it, blunt impacts punctuate the song. Kicks or punches mixed with whines. Uh-oh.
You can say that again.
Silas tiptoes around the corner to look into the well-lit alley.
Oh, never mind. She got this.
Familiar figure is standing by the entrance of a pillow house, clothed in the matted garbs of a vagrant and with a hood over her face.
Atri? The crazy grandma is called Atri?
Oh wait, that's right, Silas doesn't know she. Lump is at her feet, someone curled up with their arms around their head. Atri's kicks are followed by whimpers. What are you doing? Atri greets you with a nod.
Teaching this vermin a lesson.
A knife lies discarded on the ground.
Atri kicks again, and you're sure that you heard his ribs crack. What did that one do?
Nothing yet. Couple broken bones. Another kick, another whimper. Might be enough to keep it that way. What do you think? She crouches and grabs the hair of her victim. Are you gonna come back? It's a woman, one with an old scar on her eye. The other is dark and swollen. She shakes her head, unable to see through the tears. Leave my sight then. She scrambles to her feet and drags herself away, leaving the dagger behind.
What was that about?
She wanted to butcher a lover that was never hers.
Oh, disgusting.
Atri picks up the dagger. Couldn't the city guards have handled it? But also, I mean, this is also handling it. Like, now that I've heard the reason, I'm fine with this.
They would have probably caught her once the deed was done, because police are useless.
Gates of the pillow house open suddenly. A small crowd is gathered beyond it, around a weeping woman. Atri hides the dagger from sight. She's gone now. Amidst the sobs, you hear broken words of thanks.
Will she come back?
Maybe. She won't get to keep her life if she does.
May the ladies bless you.
Atri bends one arm along her torso and one behind her back. Her military salute is curt and precise, and her steps quick when she leaves.
Hey, wait!
You follow her through the alleys, away from the music and the dancing.
Did you place that pillow lady under your protection?
That's right. Just like she marked you with her blood, she must have marked her.
You know what? The city guards should have more crazy grandmas like you join their ranks. If I ever reach 50 summers, I too will get a hood and start terrorizing scumbags.
Isn't that the dream? We should all aspire to that, honestly.
Why? Wait, start now.
I'm so torn between these two. That's so funny.
I'll join you. With a smile, Autry takes a step back and melds with the shadows. Wait, where did she go? There are so many people that need a beating. She couldn't stay in chat. That's too bad. What were we doing again? Right, we were going to the rest. It's right around the corner. Makeshift stage has been erected in Autry's Rest. All the people behind the table are clad in the black doublet of artisans and merchants. I see the squirt. He's next to Nessa. They've already started preparing the miraculous concoction. A respectable crowd observes from below as a cartographer proudly announces the quality of the soil he procured and drops a handful into an elaborate vase. There's soil in Theriac? Not just any, it comes from a specific island. The most bizarre ingredients are first presented to the crowd and then carefully poured into that little vase of horror. Viper's flesh, bitumen, linen bandages stained with the blood of 4 generations? This doesn't sound sanitary, y'all. Everything is generously soaked in poppy milk. Nessa's ingredients are less outlandish, grinded petals, roots, and juices. She hands each one to Miche. Red rose petals. He climbs a stool and drops them into the ceramic vase. Surprised they let him join. Why? He's really well behaved. After the ceremony's done, the vase is sealed shut and a date is stamped on it, 40 years in the future. Does Theriac really need to ferment that long? Yep, all those ingredients are gonna turn into the dark syrup that Nessa gave us. The priestess blesses the vase, and after a prayer to the Prime, the stage empties itself. This is my favorite part. Before your eyes, the empty stage comes to life. Poles with long flowing drapes are pulled up from the ground, and the rhythmic chiming of little bells makes the crowd clap. Wasn't that a snooze? Louder, everyone, or my mates will never wake up. A string of actors get introduced on stage, each with their own extravagant mask and garish costume. Scenes of their play are loosely strung together. Comedy, tragedy, song. Their performance is as chaotic as it is fun. I think I'd be good at being an acrobat. The character of a masked dame slaps her servant, who tumbles and rolls almost reaching the edge of the stage before winking at the crowd. When it comes to the falling part, at least, it takes a lot of practice to fall right without hurting yourself. Are you speaking from experience? Yep, Lady of Dawn has blessed me with plenty of luck. Enough to make me learn. During acrobatics and songs end the play, the crowd erupts in cheers and you join in by clapping. The priestess walks to center stage while the performers begin packing up their props. And now a sermon by the right hand of the Prime. Do you feel like a sermon? No. You don't. Yeah, they're not really for me. Why do you need to use 100 words for something that could be said in 5? The crowd thins while the stage is being prepared. There shouldn't be many people in the harbor during the festival. Wanna come with me? What do you need to do there? I'm this close to getting a cat to follow me home! Come with me! Yes, absolutely, in a heartbeat. The pungent odor of brine, fish, and sweat welcomes you to the harbor. There are no decorations at all here, no drapes. If the sailors want to see them that badly, they're only a short walk away. The usual anglers baking in the sun are gone, enjoying the festivities, no doubt. You follow the shadows of the people around, but none dance, thanks to you. You even spot Bastian in the distance, mediating an argument between 2 Thean merchants. He waves at you before one of them raises her voice and forces him to pay attention. So, how do we get cats to come to us? Food. It's food. It's the same as how you get anyone to do anything. It's food. I have 2 methods. Which do you prefer? Kiss or fish or kissy sounds? I mean, why not both? What? I mean, the fish is gonna work. The kissy sounds, they don't always work. The fish, though, that's easy. We just need to... She loudly sniffs the air. Follow our noses. There's one smell that dominates over the others, that of fried oil and herbs. Oh my god, I'm gonna start drooling. That way. Smells good. A small fire pit has been built next to a stall. Fish happily sizzle. Are the fish happy? Are they happily sizzling, or are we happy that they're sizzling? I feel like the wording of this. Fish happily sizzle under the bored eyes of the cook.
1 piece is 2 copper coins.
That's not even a bad deal.
So you're buying? What are you buying?
Not today. Do you have any fresh fish?
Maybe.
Can I touch it? Huh? Hey, Silas, what? Hey, Silas, what the fuck are you saying? Huh? His confusion mirrors yours.
Sure.
He shows Silas a crate with some small fish, and she digs her hands in. After a quick shake, a pungent fishy odor assaults your nose. Thank you! Oh, you didn't want to have to buy a fish, you just want the smell on your hands? You fucking ding dong. We would have gotten the fish to come, or the cat to come much easier if we actually had food for it. She turns on her heel and leaves. The cook scratches his cheek and resumes standing to his dish. You're left to chase after her. Silas? She raises her hands. Careful, these are weapons at the moment. I thought we had to buy the fish. And not eat it? That would have been a waste. And using the bones could have been dangerous too. If I can choke on them, cats can too. You're so right, actually. This, she shakes her hands, will work as well, I think. And once I'm done, I can wash the smell off. Something skulks past the edge of your vision. Over there! You find a good spot to sit down.
Now we can get comfortable.
Oh! Silas takes off her vest and folds it under herself, and you do the same with your cloak.
Are you sure you want to stay in the sun?
Yeah! Its warm rays remind me of the prime. No! Did I just touch my leg with these hands?
You just doubled your cat attraction power.
Oh, I hope you're right.
So what's the plan?
I'm to stay here, look pretty, and let the fishy smell work its magic.
You practicing magic? Oh my god, heresy?
Luckily, the miss isn't here to hear me. I have the feeling this will take a while.
Do you... What's hazard? Wait, have we done that before? What is that? Hazard? I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Say, want to do something while we wait?
Something like?
How about a game of hazard?
What is this? She searches the pocket of her vest and shows you 2 dice, which are now fishy.
Is that your weighted set?
Oh.
Maybe.
How are we supposed to play if it's fucking rigged, dude? After some more searching, the dice become 4. She hands them all to you.
Can you guess which is which?
God dang it. They look identical at first glance. I mean, rolling them is the fastest way to find out which one's fucked up, right? You roll them once, twice, 5 times, and the same numbers keep repeating.
They are both weighted.
Yep. That's why when I roll, sometimes I flick my wrist. That prevents them from over-rolling, so I can have them show the numbers I want.
Wow.
Is that why you win even when we share the same set?
That's right.
Have you ever played without cheating?
When there are no stakes involved, yes. Which is not very often. I can earn a decent living with these.
She puts the dice away.
I have a feeling you're not happy with my answer.
I mean, by now you can make an educated guess about what she does and what kind of people she associates with. She's never really shared the extent of her activities, nor the identity of her various benefactors, those she works for, and those who are paying her to keep you out of trouble.
What's wrong?
I'm having a hard time phrasing something right.
A story of my life, dude.
Just say it.
I'm trusting someone who lies and cheats and steals.
Silas looks the other way without denying anything.
What does that make me?
A buffoon. Yeah, an idiot. I mean...
A fool?
You're not a fool. You're important to me. Maybe I don't show it well enough, but it's true. You're the dearest person I have in this world. Stupid dice. I would never have taken them out if I knew this was coming.
So she says, but she stays by your side instead of fleeing, bracing herself.
What do you want me to do? Tell you about them?
She chews on her scarred lip.
You're not going to like it. And even if I want, I can't tell you too much.
I only want to understand you.
Silas sighs heavily and spends a couple of seconds collecting her thoughts.
When I was a child, I had many friends. Some nights we'd sleep in the temple, some nights in the streets. I'm the only one who survived. You know why? Because I don't ask questions. Scylla died because she opened the box she was supposed to deliver untouched. Leoluca had to look around the house instead of getting out of there as soon as possible. Many, many more have been killed by their curiosity. It's worthless to capture me. I don't know anything and I'm good at what I do. I can work for the people I wrong the next day if they pay.
Silas, that's...
I don't want to see pity on your face. It's your fault I had to tell you all of this.
Will you ever be able to stop? Take up an honest profession?
You think of the scar on the priest's lips and the one on the bravos as you look at her.
I wish so bad. But I know it'll never happen. My debt runs deep. No matter how much money I give them, the number never decreases.
Sounds like you gotta do a murder about it then. That's how you solve problems.
And while I try to know as little as possible,
You draw a face in the dust with eyes and a mouth and begin tracing a cross on the corner of the lips.
She erases the drawing immediately.
stay out of it, please. You really don't want to get involved with them.
Her pleas fall on deaf ears, but seeing her so distressed certainly doesn't bring you any pleasure.
Oh, she's not gonna tell us that.
I'm sorry.
Do you at least feel better after telling me?
No.
Well,
I do.
Really? Don't you see me differently now?
What? All she did was confirm your suspicions. You shake your head.
Lady of Dawn be blessed.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh good, it's a dumb, stupid orange cat. This is gonna be fantastic. A loud meow makes you turn your head. Cat is looking at you with its singular eye. It's a little pirate cat!
It's a tabby!
Silas rubs her hands together and the odor of fish returns. She seems all too happy to forget the conversation you just had. Oh god. The end of the cat's tail curls ever so slightly. Its elegant walk reveals a few more scars.
This one strikes me as a fighter.
Right? It's perfect. I mean, she's perfect.
How do you know it's a lady cat?
I don't, really. Don't want to find out either.
She shrugs and she shrugs and leans over the cat.
So, miss, before I provide food and housing, I need to know, how good are your mice catching skills?
Cat's tail curls again.
I see. What about your general cleanliness?
Feline takes a couple of steps and sits right next to Silas.
You drive a hard bargain. Very well. You're in.
The cat begins licking Silas's thumb.
Are you good with names? I'd go for Felina, the felina.
Terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. I mean, it's not the worst name I've ever heard, but it's gotta be like a food name. You gotta name a cat like Taco or something, or Spaghetti.
Unless you have something better.
I sure fucking do. This cat's name is Meatball.
I like it. What do you say?
The cat doesn't even meow.
Ah, the strong, silent type. Mice will never hear her coming. Now, how do I know I can pick her up without getting scratches all over?
How does Silas know the cat won't flee the house at the first possible chance? I'm not gonna fucking brainwash a cat. What kind of monster do you take me for? I mean, it'd be one thing if it was purely like communication sort of thing, right? Just being like, hello cat, are you cool with this? But now I'm so curious. What if we can talk to the cat inside its head? Wait, okay, hold on. We've made a save. If this goes poorly, and by poorly I mean not in the direction that I want it to go, then we can just load and pretend that this never happened.
You mean with the strange tone you use? Why not?
I've never done that before. What are you talking about, Silas? Close your eyes and let the abyss flow through you.
You will behave, right? And come with Silas without scratching her?
Like drops of honey, your words fall heavy, but the cat is wholly uninterested. Excellent. This is why we love this. This is a good cat. That's a good cat. That cat don't give a shit about your magic power.
Huh. It doesn't work on her. But it gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, actually the fact that it didn't work at all makes me feel like I'm sticking to my guns.
Let's bring this cutie home. You're coming, right?
She looks at you without hesitation, even after you pushed her to reveal what she wasn't ready to.
Don't make that face. What we talked about, it wasn't pretty, but you're right. You probably needed to know.
I deserved it, yes.
You know her deepest secret, yet have never shared yours with her.
Just like you deserve to know.
She forcibly shakes her head.
All I deserve is my cat. Onward to the Eastern Hold.
The less she knows, the better. Didn't she just tell you? Silas picks Meatball up and only manages a couple of steps before an offended meow turns into a hiss.
Ouch!
Fresh scratch on her arm isn't bleeding, but the skin is pink and raw.
Straight is straight. I understand. Maybe if I come back every day, you'll trust me enough to bring you home.
Don't call yourself that.
If anyone's allowed to say it, it's me.
I can't. Don't make me commit to things. How dare you? Can we just, hey, let's just keep hanging.
Anyway, since I'm not bringing the miss home, apparently, I still have some free time left before it's nightfall. How about we look around for another play?
Sounds good.
You find a small performance about a mischievous maid who sows chaos while avoiding consequences and gets some good laughs out of the actor's antics. Silas leaves, but not before sharing dinner with you. You breathe a sigh of relief when the refrain enters your sight. It's a small corner of peace and quiet with the festival around. Ah, there you are. Uh-huh. Ascanio appears by your side out of thin air. Follow me, please. What? Why? Am I in trouble? Why? Someone's been watching the streets around the refrain, waiting for you, no doubt, to reveal its location. Oh, what? Waiting for me? Who else? You're the only guest at the moment. He looks at you expectantly and begins walking. We are not close enough for that. Also, every time we have a heart-to-heart, he talks about his dead wife and child. We are not doing that. Oh, where are we going? The guest house has a secret entrance should the need arise. My apologies for not showing it to you earlier. Who is this person that's been waiting for me, though? Is it the pretty priest lady? You'll be able to see them behind the wards. Everybody gives you and Ascanio a wide berth as they pass, just as they do with Marin when Marin is with you. Nobody's following us. Good. He leads you into a dead-end alley with a decrepit wooden door on the side. His hand passes right through it, revealing the magic to you. Should I keep this to myself? Ascanio takes a moment to answer you. Why would you even ask? Duh, the answer is probably yes, dude. You could avoid your friend Silas some undesired attention. He steps through the illusion first. As always, when you see this kind of magic, something stirs within you, an ancient echo. You follow him. The word swallows you whole, making you feel nothing, want nothing. Blissful eternity passes, and then you find yourself in the courtyard of the refrain. Over there. Oh. Ascanio points at a woman pacing beyond the fence. You've never seen her before. She can't see me, right? Correct. You walk closer to the gates to study her. Her white blouse has fashionable puffy sleeves, and there's a sheathed dagger on her thigh. Not the most unusual of sights. Wait. The handle of her weapon is embellished with red jasper stones. Yep. I know who sent her. You're fairly certain it's Renza, the goldsmith of La Marina. Not someone that can be easily dissuaded, it seems. Just like Silas, Renza also belongs to them. Make good use of the secret passage and exercise caution. You got it. I will retire for the evening. Of course. You escape to your room. One glance outside shows you that Renza's goon is still there, pacing, watching, waiting. It'd be so easy to just beat her up a little bit. But then Renza will just send more. This way, at least, if they don't fucking get anything on me, they'll just give up eventually, right? Right? We're gonna have to do a murder about this eventually, but not today. You're requested to Zen and crack open the book you left unfinished on your desk. Their hearts sing a blasphemous ode to the false sun. Their pangs of hunger forgotten, they dance and make merry, lured by the most odious deception. That of the heavens and the hells? Thus the herd is pacified and stripped of its ferociousness. Okay. Good talk, I guess. When you open your eyes, the sky blends the colors of dawn with the darkness of night. The sun is yet to rise, yet the city's already awake. A chorus of percussion echoes between the buildings. As a speck of warm light emerges from the horizon, blissful silence endures for but a second. With great clamor, the noise and merriment resumes, even more boisterous than before. The everlasting prime is today. You sit on your bed looking outside the window. At least that ruffian's gone. You idly consider the best spot from which to admire the prime. Buildings will block the view from the streets and the squares will be packed. But the belfry will be free. Unless Ascanio already is gonna hang out there. Oh wait, or is he helping with it? I don't remember anything anymore. I recognize the tune outside. Hum as you get dressed. Perhaps you should visit Aleste, the priestess of dusk. Yes. Hell yeah.